Okay, you guys wanted a post-workout nutrition video, so this is it, and here we go. Now, I think there are more than just one time when you should pay attention. Well, actually, you should pay attention to your diet all the time, because whatever you do in the hour that you're in the gym, you can easily undo with the 23 hours that you're outside of the gym. 23 to 1 is a big difference. So, that being said, I think there are actually 4 times when you should pay attention to when nutrients are being shuttled into your body at certain rates. So the first time is first thing in the morning. Now, first thing in the morning you get up, you haven't been asleep, so you haven't eaten for anywhere from, let's say, 7 to 10 hours. So essentially your body is catabolic when you get up in the morning, so you want to stop that as soon as possible. Now, the way you can stop that is you can either have a meal, but then you have to have it digest, or take something like a BCAA or an amino acid complex or a liquid amino acid complex, which All American EFX makes a good one called Liquid Amino Elite, which is actually being taken off the market now, so that kind of sucks. But that taken first thing in the morning before your cardio or before your first meal will shut down that catabolism and put you back towards the anabolic swing, so you're not breaking down muscle tissue. Pre-workout would be the other time when I would really pay attention to what you're putting in your body. Now, if you take stimulants and stuff like that, that's fine. Caffeine, ephedrine, the stuff that's in Jack 3D, the geranium oil, stuff like that. That stuff will get you pumped, get you jacked up, but you also need the nutrients. So branched chain amino acid, beta-alanine, creatine, arginine, alpha-ketoglutarate, straight L-arginine. All those things will help you shuttle those nutrients into your blood, into your muscles while you're training, so that you can get a better pump, get a couple extra reps, be able to push harder, and delay fatigue. Post-workout, that's a whole nother ballgame. Now, I'm not a scientist. I have no scientific explanations for it. I have no scientific research except for what I've done myself and what has and hasn't worked over the years. Now, post-workout, a lot of people do the whole sugars to get your insulin levels up to produce more muscle mass. I have found over the years, no matter what I use, whether it's a dextrose, table sugar, Celtec, Pop-Tarts, it doesn't matter what it is, if I was doing that after my workout, I was gaining fat. Yes, I was getting bigger, but I was gaining fat. So it wasn't until I heard George Farah talk about the post-workout window for the first 20 minutes, not eating and taking a branched chain amino acid or hydrolyzed whey to stop the muscle breakdown, but allowing growth hormone to keep rising. Now, we don't know for a fact whether growth hormone rises, and I can hear you guys in the scientific community, Ian's guys and stuff, complaining already that there's no scientific evidence, and there's just not, because no scientists do studies on athletes because they can't be bothered. But whether George is right about the growth hormone, it just works. So what I usually suggest now is waiting that 20 minutes, having a branched chain amino acid right after your workout, waiting the 20 minutes, and then eating your meal with your carbs, proteins, and fats. Not just carbs and proteins. I have fats after my meals too. And I notice that I do continue to gain muscle, but I stay leaner. So when I was younger, my 20s, I didn't care about staying lean. I just wanted to be as big as possible. But at 37, I don't like to get fat anymore. So now, the leaner I can stay, obviously the better off that I am. It's easier to get down to my contest weight. The other time that I'll really pay attention to what nutrients are being shuttled in is before bed. Now, a lot of growth takes place in replenishment after you go to sleep in bed. Your growth hormone rises, the body repairs itself, etc., etc. So you want to make sure that you have at least a shake in you before you go to bed, or a branched chain amino acid before you go to bed, something that your body's going to have overnight to use. And I do like to take GABA, which is a gamma-aminobutyric acid. It's an amino acid that helps you get into a deeper sleep. It's supposed to increase growth hormone, and whether it does or not, I don't know, but it does help you sleep deeper. So those two things in combination before bed, and I also take my vitamin minerals before bed. Now, some people say, I thought you're supposed to take them in the morning. Well, again, I have no scientific evidence to back this up, but in my head, bro science-wise, it makes sense to me that while your body's repairing and replenishing itself, wouldn't you want those micronutrients, to be ready and available? If you took them in the morning, more than likely some of those things are not going to be there by the time you go to bed. So taking them at night, just made sense to me. So this is now I wouldn't really call it a post-workout talk. It's more of a nutrient timing workout that I feel is very important towards attaining your goals. And here's the disclaimer for all Ian's minions and the people that are saying I don't have any scientific evidence to back it up. No, I'm not a scientist. I don't have any studies. All I have is 22 years in the gym of making mistakes, following some of these scientific things, and having to find a new way to do it that science said doesn't work. So there's your disclaimer. Good luck, guys. We'll talk to you soon.